Welcome to Funny Thailand News. We bring you the wildest, wackiest, and most wonderful stories from the heart of Southeast Asia. Thailand is known for incredible food, stunning temples, and postcard-perfect beaches. Sometimes this beautiful country serves up a story so strange, so bizarre that you just have to hear it to believe it. Today we're diving into a head-scratching story from Pattaya, famous for its vibrant nightlife. It involves a bar girl, a night shrouded in mystery, and a police investigation that has everyone baffled. Get ready for a wild ride as we unpack this bewildering event. Imagine a young woman alone, barefoot and disoriented in Pattaya. She has no idea who she is or what happened. This isn't just too much fun, it's a mystery. Miss Nattaya, a bar worker, had a night she can't remember. Complete memory loss. Police found no injuries or robbery. What caused this amnesia? Was it a crime, a spiked drink, or something stranger? The mystery begins. Now before we get into the nitty-gritty details of this captivating case, we have a small favor to ask. If you enjoy hearing these incredible stories from Thailand, the kind you won't find anywhere else, then make sure you are part of our community. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now. It takes just a second, and it's the best way to make sure you never miss out on our latest videos. We are always on the lookout for the funniest, most bizarre, and most interesting news coming out of the land of smiles, and we want to share it all with you. By subscribing, you become part of the Funny Thailand news family. You'll get notified every time we release a new video, whether it's about a strange mystery like this one, a hilarious cultural misunderstanding, or a heartwarming story that shows the true spirit of Thailand. Think of it as your all-access pass to the side of Thailand that you don't always see in the travel brochures. We dig deep to find the stories that make this country so unique and so endlessly entertaining. Hitting that subscribe button ensures you're always in the loop with us. We've got so much more planned for you. Our channel is dedicated to bringing a fun and lighthearted twist to the news. We believe that even serious or mysterious stories can be told in an engaging and entertaining way. This Pattaya mystery is just the beginning. We have a lineup of content that will take you all over Thailand, from the busy streets of Bangkok to the quiet villages in the north. Each story is a new adventure, and we want you to be there for every single one of them. So please, take a moment to subscribe. It helps our channel grow and allows us to keep finding these amazing tales. Alright, have you done it? Have you hit that subscribe button? Awesome. We really appreciate your support. Now that you're officially on board, let's get back to the main event. Let's return to the neon-lit streets of Pattaya and try to unravel the mystery of Miss Nattaya's lost night. We are about to dive into the police response, the community reactions, and all the weird and wonderful theories that have popped up around this case. Get comfortable, because the story is about to get even more interesting from here. Let's go. To understand our story, you need to understand Pattaya. It's a city with a reputation that precedes it. Pattaya is more than just a beach resort town. It's a universe unto itself. Built on the promise of excitement, the city comes alive at night. Imagine neon lights, music, and streets packed with people looking for a good time. For decades it's been Thailand's party capital, drawing millions of tourists. Walking Street is the epicenter, transforming into a massive open-air party. It's a sensory overload where the party never stops. Pattaya is a city of constant motion. This is the world our bar girl, Miss Nattaya, inhabited. This unique environment is the perfect backdrop for our mystery. In Pattaya, the script of a normal night can be rewritten at any moment. While Walking Street might be the most famous face of Pattaya's nightlife, the real heart of the action beats along a different street, Soi Buakhao. This is where our story takes place. Soi Buakhao, which translates to White Cow Street, runs parallel to the main beach road and offers a grittier, more authentic version of the Pattaya experience. It's a long, bustling road lined with beer bars, small guest houses, restaurants, massage parlors, and street food stalls. It's less polished than Walking Street, but every bit as lively, if not more so. Think of Soi Buakhao as the city's living, breathing artery of entertainment. It's a place where the drinks are cheaper, the atmosphere is more laid back, and the crowd is a mix of long-term residents, budget travelers, and locals. Throughout the day and deep into the night, the street is a constant hive of activity. Motorbikes weave through the crowds, vendors call out selling grilled meats and fresh fruit, and the sound of laughter and clinking glasses spills out from every bar. It's on this vibrant street that Miss Nattaya was found, making her disoriented state even more jarring. For the thousands of bar workers in Pattaya, like Miss Nattaya, Soi Buakhao is their workplace. Their job is to keep the party going, to entertain guests, and to create the fun-loving atmosphere the city is famous for. It's a demanding job that requires long hours, a friendly smile, and the ability to navigate the social complexities of nightlife. The bar workers are the backbone of this industry, and they know these streets like the back of their hands. This makes it all the more mysterious that one of their own would end up lost and confused in the very heart of her territory. This setting is crucial because Soi Buakhao is a community. The vendors, bar owners, and workers all know each other. It's a tight-knit network where news travels fast. So when a local bar girl was found in such a vulnerable state, it wasn't just a random incident, it was an event that affected the entire community. The people who first noticed her were likely her peers, people who understood the rhythms of the street. Her strange predicament wasn't just a police matter, it was a local puzzle, a disruption in the familiar flow of life on one of Pattaya's most iconic streets. Pattaya's nightlife operates on unwritten rules understood by everyone, from tourists to locals. A key part of this code is looking out for one another. While the city has a reputation for being wild, there's a strong sense of community. This support system is essential for navigating the potential pitfalls of the nightlife scene. Another unspoken rule is awareness. Everyone knows to be mindful of their surroundings. Stories of spiked drinks or petty scams serve as cautionary tales. They know the risks involved in a party-heavy environment. This is why Miss Nattaya's case is so baffling. It introduces a darker, more sinister element into the picture. The incident disrupts this unspoken agreement, creating a sense of unease. The incident forced the community to confront these uncomfortable questions, casting a shadow over the neon-lit fun. Pattaya is a city of duality, a place where serene beauty and untamed chaos exist side by side. On one hand, you have the picture-perfect image of a tropical paradise. The golden sunsets over the Gulf of Thailand are breathtakingly beautiful. On the other hand, there is the wild side. This is the Pattaya that roars to life after dark, a world of hedonism and unrestrained celebration. This stark contrast between the tranquil daytime paradise and the frenetic nighttime party zone is what makes Pattaya so fascinating. This backdrop of contrasts is the perfect setting for a story filled with unanswered questions. Miss Nattaya's bewildering night unfolded right at the intersection of these two worlds. The mystery of what happened to her is a reflection of Pattaya itself, a beautiful and alluring place that also holds a deep and complex wild side. On July 14, 2024, the night on Soi Buakhao began like any other. But as the night wore on, a strange and unsettling sight broke the rhythm of the street. A young woman, Miss Nattaya, was seen wandering aimlessly, barefoot. Her movements were erratic, and she seemed detached. Concerned locals noticed something was seriously wrong. Miss Nattaya's condition stood out as alarming. She appeared lost in a profound and troubling way, in a trance-like state. This prompted people to call for help. Attempts to communicate with her failed. She couldn't answer the simplest questions. Her eyes seemed lost in a fog of confusion. It was the empty silence of someone mentally absent. The scene interrupted the usual festivities of Soi Buakhao. The discovery of Miss Nattaya was the first chapter in a mystery. What on earth happened to her? Pattaya police arrived to find Miss Nattaya disheveled and disoriented. Standard questions were met with silence and confusion. She stared blankly, unable to form a coherent sentence. It was clear she was suffering from amnesia. Her cognitive functions were deeply impaired. Strikingly, she showed no emotional response, appearing simply blank. A visual inspection revealed no injuries, deepening the mystery. Prioritizing her safety, police escorted her to the station. They were left with a perplexing puzzle, a person with no story. Once Miss Nattaya was safely at the Pattaya police station, the investigation into her lost night began in earnest. The officers hoped that the calmer environment might help her recall some details. They gave her water and time to sit quietly, away from the chaos of the streets. However, time did little to clear the fog in her mind. When they tried to question her again, the answers remained elusive. The core of the problem was the massive, gaping hole in her memory. She couldn't remember the events of the evening, how she had become separated from her friends, or what she had eaten or drunk. The investigation hit an immediate and frustrating wall. Without a statement from the victim, police had very few leads to follow. They couldn't determine if a crime had even been committed. Was she robbed? She couldn't say. Was she attacked? She had no memory of it. All the traditional starting points for an investigation were missing. The police were essentially working backwards, trying to reconstruct a timeline for a person who couldn't provide a single detail. It was like trying to solve a jigsaw puzzle with the most critical pieces missing. Her mind held all the answers, but the door to that information was firmly shut and locked. The lack of physical evidence further complicated the matter. A thorough check of her belongings showed that nothing of value was missing. Her phone, money, and personal items were all accounted for. This made the theory of a simple robbery highly unlikely. Typically, a crime in Pattaya's nightlife scene involves a clear motive, like theft. But in this case, there was no apparent motive. If someone had done this to her, what was their goal? The absence of robbery or assault pointed towards something more complex, perhaps a personal grudge or a targeted act. This void of information forced investigators to consider more sinister possibilities that leave fewer traces. The leading theory quickly became that her drink had been spiked with a potent, memory-altering substance. This would explain the sudden and severe amnesia without leaving physical marks. Such drugs are notoriously difficult to trace, especially if too much time has passed. The police had to consider they were dealing with a sophisticated perpetrator who knew how to incapacitate a victim without using physical force. This possibility cast a dark shadow over the case, transforming it from a bizarre incident into a potentially serious crime with a ghost-like suspect. The police faced a perplexing dilemma: a potential victim but no evidence of a crime. Miss Nattaya's memory loss meant she couldn't provide testimony, making it difficult to classify the incident. It was a classic case of a scene without a crime. The police focused on welfare and fact-finding, identifying her and contacting her family. They retraced her steps, interviewing colleagues and reviewing CCTV footage. There were no witnesses, signs of struggle, or stolen property. All that remained was a confused woman unable to account for her night. This lack of evidence led to wild speculation. The incident on Soi Buakhao became a mystery defying easy categorization. It raised questions about seeking justice when the memory of injustice is erased. When the call came in about a disoriented woman on Soi Buakhao, the Pattaya police responded quickly. The officers found Miss Nattaya barefoot and lost. Their approach was cautious, understanding the potential dangers. They tried to engage her calmly, but she was unresponsive, unable to provide any information. A visual assessment revealed no physical harm, deepening the mystery. Realizing her vulnerability, the officers took her into their care. As they drove away, the investigation began. At the Pattaya police station, officers hoped the change in environment might help Miss Nattaya recover her senses. Investigators began questioning, but the fog of amnesia was thick. The challenge was the lack of a starting point. Miss Nattaya's mind was a locked room. Police shifted their strategy to external identification, checking databases and circulating descriptions. Finding her purse or phone would be essential. The leading theory was a targeted drugging, a chilling possibility suggesting a sophisticated criminal. Pattaya police widened their investigation, canvassing Soi Buakhao and its alleys. They spoke with bartenders, security guards, street vendors, and motorcycle taxi drivers. A major focus was CCTV footage collection from storefronts, bars, and hotels. Investigators gathered footage hoping to see who she was with and if she was being followed. Another critical step was to identify her and contact her social circle. Police interviewed friends to establish a timeline and uncover any concerns she expressed. This thorough approach aimed to build a case from the ground up. The search for clues was a race against time. The police were casting a wide net in Pattaya's nightlife. As the Pattaya police investigated Miss Nattaya's memory loss, the possibility of a spiked drink emerged. A potent drug could induce confusion and amnesia without visible signs of struggle. Investigators considered this a calculated attack, with drugs like rohypnol or ketamine used to incapacitate victims. Proving drink spiking is difficult, as these drugs metabolize quickly. The police would have to rely on circumstantial evidence. This raised concerns about safety in Pattaya's nightlife, highlighting hidden dangers for locals and tourists. In a city like Pattaya, where news and gossip travel faster than a motorcycle taxi, the story of Miss Nattaya's mysterious night quickly spread like wildfire through the network of bars and street-side communities. With official information being limited as the police conducted their investigation, a vacuum was created, and it was promptly filled with a torrent of rumors, theories, and wild speculation. Everyone had an opinion. Fellow bar workers, seasoned expats, and concerned locals all began to whisper about what they thought had really happened. The mystery became the talk of the town, with each person adding their own 2 cents to the growing narrative. One of the most common rumors circulating was that Miss Nattaya had been the target of a jealous rival. The nightlife industry can be competitive, and some speculated that another worker might have drugged her as a malicious act of revenge or to get her into trouble. Others whispered about a disgruntled customer or a spurned admirer who might have wanted to teach her a lesson. These theories painted a picture of a personal vendetta rather than a random act of crime, adding a layer of soap opera-like intrigue to the unfolding mystery. Another popular theory pointed towards a more organized criminal element. Some people believed that she might have accidentally witnessed something she wasn't supposed to see. A drug deal perhaps, or some other illicit activity. In this version of events, drugging her would have been a way to ensure her silence, a warning to stay away. This theory suggested that the incident was not about her specifically, but about protecting a larger criminal enterprise. It was a more frightening scenario, as it implied that powerful and dangerous people were operating in the shadows of the city's nightlife. Of course, there were also the less sinister, though equally strange theories. Some suggested it was all a prank that had gone horribly wrong, with friends giving her something far stronger than they intended. A few even floated the idea that it was a publicity stunt, though this was quickly dismissed given her genuine state of distress. This web of speculation, ranging from the plausible to the outright bizarre, highlighted the community's deep fascination with the case. With no clear answers from the authorities, the people of Pattaya were left to write their own story, turning the mystery of Miss Nattaya into a modern urban legend. The investigation hit a wall. No suspects, no motive, and no evidence of a crime. CCTV footage showed nothing suspicious. Miss Nattaya's belongings were untouched, and there were no signs of violence. Interviews with friends and colleagues revealed no conflicts or threats. The police were left chasing shadows with no leads and only unanswered questions. The case remained open, but the mystery of Miss Nattaya's lost hours deepened. With no evidence of a crime, investigators considered psychological trauma as a cause for Miss Nattaya's amnesia. Experts suggested dissociative amnesia, her mind possibly blocking out a traumatic event. This theory shifted the focus from police work to mental health support. Was it a hidden crime or a mind protecting itself? No one could say for sure. The case blurred the line between criminal investigation and psychological mystery. News of Miss Nattaya's ordeal spread quickly through Pattaya's nightlife. Bar workers became more vigilant, warning each other to watch their drinks and stay alert. The incident sparked community caution and informal neighborhood watch efforts. Theories swirled, but the main takeaway was a renewed sense of solidarity and self-protection. Fear lingered, but so did resilience. The local community responded with empathy and support for Miss Nattaya. Friends and colleagues offered her a safe space and helped her recover. The incident revealed the strong bonds among Pattaya's nightlife workers. Their collective care became a quiet stand against the darkness. In tragedy, the community's compassion shone through. The expat community buzzed with theories, from practical to wild. Some suspected a new form of robbery, others spun tales of international intrigue. The case became a favorite topic in bars and online forums. For expats, it was both a warning and a reminder of Pattaya's unpredictability. The city's mysteries only grew deeper. The investigation continues, but progress is slow. Police review CCTV, re-interview witnesses, and search for similar cases. No suspects, no evidence, and no clear answers have emerged. The case remains a priority, but frustration grows as leads dry up. The search for truth goes on, with justice for Miss Nattaya still out of reach. A breakthrough came from Miss Nattaya's family after police contacted them. They traveled to Pattaya to provide support, offering insights into her personality and life outside the bar. The family's critical contribution has been helping Miss Nattaya through her recovery. Fragments of her memory have surfaced. She's remembering small details. Police are re-interviewing a customer she remembered talking to and using the song she recalled to pinpoint a timeline. Her family has been instrumental in advocating for her well-being, adding a human element to the case. As of today, the case remains open and unresolved. Pattaya police haven't made arrests or identified persons of interest. The case file is filled with theories, not solid facts. This frustrates the community, which seeks resolution. The mystery hangs in the air, a question mark over nightlife safety. For Miss Nattaya, the lack of resolution means uncertainty. The missing hours are a black hole, and without answers, closure is impossible. The case serves as a cautionary tale, a piece of Pattaya folklore. It's a reminder that some mysteries might never be solved. There's a certain charm to this story. It feels like it could only happen in a place as uniquely wild as Pattaya. Only in Pattaya can a woman losing her shoes and a few hours of her memory spark more debate and speculation than a national election. The line between a serious police investigation and the plot of a slapstick comedy can get wonderfully blurry. Let's be real, we've all had nights where we've misplaced our keys or forgotten where we parked the car. Miss Nattaya just misplaced an entire evening, her shoes and her sense of direction all at once. It's the kind of story that becomes a local legend, the birth of a brand new Pattaya myth. This whole incident really cements Pattaya's reputation as the world champion of weird. It's a city that just refuses to be boring. So, allow us to present the Funny Thailand News Unofficial Pattaya Survival Guide. Lesson 1. Always maintain a firm grip on your shoes. Lesson 2 is about your memory. Document your night. Lesson 3. Make friends with everyone. There will be a whole network of people ready to help you retrace your steps and locate your missing shoes. Finally, embrace the chaos. Laugh at the absurdity, be safe, watch your drink, hold on to your shoes. Pattaya's nightlife is legendary, but staying safe is key. Always watch your drink and only accept drinks you see poured. Stick with your friends, use the buddy system, and look out for each other. Plan your transportation and know how to get back to your hotel. Be mindful of your consumption and know your limits. Trust your instincts. If a situation feels off, remove yourself. Have fun, but prioritize your safety for a memorable trip. So, the takeaway from Miss Nattaya's night on Soi Buakhao? Beyond safety tips, the lesson is balance. Pattaya thrives on its reputation for unrestrained fun. Embrace that energy, meet people, dance, and create stories. Dive into the fun, but respect the chaos. Pattaya is real with complexities and dangers. Community matters. Locals taking action are the heroes. Be a positive part of the community. Miss Nattaya's story encapsulates Pattaya's dual nature, pleasure and respect. Have the time of your life, make memories, embrace the fun, respect the chaos. And so we come to the end of our deep dive into the truly bewildering story of Miss Nattaya, the bar girl whose night out in Pattaya turned into a baffling mystery that has left everyone guessing. We've journeyed through the neon-drenched streets of the city, followed the police as they chased shadows, and listened to the chorus of whispers and theories from the community. What we are left with is a story without a final chapter, a puzzle with the most crucial pieces still missing. The case of the barefoot girl with no memory remains unresolved, a modern urban legend born from the unique and chaotic energy that only Pattaya can produce. This incident perfectly encapsulates the spirit of Funny Thailand News. It's a story that is simultaneously serious and absurd, frightening and fascinating. It highlights the wild, unpredictable nature of life in the land of smiles, where a seemingly ordinary evening can spiral into a full-blown enigma that captures the public's imagination. The mystery forces us to confront the hidden complexities beneath the surface of a party town, reminding us that there is often more to a story than meets the eye. Will we ever know what really happened to Miss Nattaya? Perhaps not, and maybe the enduring mystery is what makes this tale so incredibly compelling and unforgettable. But now, we want to turn the final part of the investigation over to you, our community of amateur detectives and Thailand enthusiasts. What do you think really happened on that fateful night on Soi Buakhao? Was it a sophisticated drugging by a phantom criminal, a personal vendetta that went too far? Or could it be a case of psychological trauma so deep that the mind chose to forget? There are no wrong answers in the court of public opinion. Drop your best theories, your wildest speculations, and your most insightful analyses in the comments section below. We want to hear every single one of them. Thank you for joining us on this wild ride through one of Thailand's most intriguing recent mysteries. If you enjoyed unpacking this story with us, please help our channel grow by showing your support. Go ahead and click that like button, share this video with anyone who loves a good mystery, and most importantly, make sure you are subscribed to Funny Thailand News for more of the latest and greatest stories from Thailand, always delivered with a funny and unique twist. We'll see you in the next video for another incredible adventure.